Hello, happy Thursday. This week we're talking about where we're from, and I am from Texas. To be more specific, I am from Round Rock, Texas, which is a suburb of Austin, about 20 miles north, and I have lived here my entire life. My parents moved in to Round Rock when I was 1 week old from Austin, so I grew up here until I went away to college, and then I've been back several times since then. So this is my home, and there actually is a Round Rock in Round Rock. It's pretty big. I mean, I would say maybe like 5 feet in diameter. And it's along the Chisholm Trail, which is part of like the trail that the cowboys use to run the cattle from Texas up to Kansas. So Round Rock was like a meeting point for them, and there was lots of like shootouts and cowboys and Indians and things like that. So we have a little piece of Western history here. Round Rock has changed a lot in the past 28 years since I've been here. When I was growing up, it was maybe like 30,000 people. It was a pretty small town. We had a couple grocery stores and a little small movie theater and McDonald's and those kinds of restaurants. And now Round Rock has grown and it's over 100,000 people, and there's so much traffic. I think it's one of like the fastest growing cities in the United States because Dell Computers moved here in the 90s and it has exploded. So there's a ton of people, and it's basically just part of Austin now. There's not really any distinguishing between the two. Traffic is awful. It's not really a beautiful place except for the sunsets. It's really nice, but it's pretty flat. There are not a lot of hills until you go like west of Austin, and then we don't really have any water here. In Austin there's a lake, there's several lakes actually, and they're nice, but in Round Rock there's not a whole lot. But it's a relatively safe community, and it has really good schools, so it's good for families and small children. You know, when I was growing up it was really safe. My parents would let my friends and I like ride our bikes probably like 10 minutes away. You know, we could ride to 7-Eleven and ride down to the park, and we weren't really worried about crime necessarily. And I would say it's still that way. I don't know the statistics on it, but it's still a little safe suburban community. It's just expanded a lot, so there's just a lot more people. Growing up here I'm not sure how it's impacted me. I mean, I definitely love Mexican food, which I don't know if that would have happened had I lived in another state. But in Texas, that's a huge part of it. I also really like country music, so that's a part of it. I feel like I kind of embody the friendly Texan persona that you imagine. We have very friendly drivers a lot of the time, and everyone holds doors open for each other and things like that. So I got that, I guess, from being in Texas, but it's really hard for me to know what parts of me are because I'm here and what parts of me are just my personality, or because of my family, or, you know, I've traveled a lot since I left Round Rock. I've been in France and New York and Canada, so I feel like I've picked up little things from other places. So I don't know. Round Rock is a cool town, not necessarily one for like people in their 20s to be living in. You would probably want to be in Austin, but if you want to start a family and have good schools, then this is the place to be. And if you like Round Rocks. Yeah. Okay, see you next week. Bye.